Michael Anthony already taking bets. What was your what color sweater did you think I was gonna wear, and which bass did you think? I think these days it's pretty obvious which bass I'm most likely. Whoops. I just spilled a drop of coffee on my loop pedal, but it should be all right. As long as it didn't get on the bass or the computer. Ah, so you guessed right then, Michael. Hey, that's cool, Michael. I'm glad you've been enjoying that. And yeah, when you're ready, book your first session, man, so we can get going. It's like seeing me play in a pickup truck. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know. Sometimes the four string it feels like I don't know, like driving a smart car or something. Is that Kevin Freebie? How you doing, man? That's Kevin Freebie, folks. Monstrous bass player. I'm great, man. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for jumping on. You know? And yeah, Kevin, this is it does have a slight radius to the fingerboard. I mean very, very slight. So it's almost completely flat, right? But not quite. And that's something that's, I didn't really actually ask for anything specific in terms of the radius for this fingerboard. But it definitely is more on the flatter side. I would definitely, compared to maybe like my BTV, that has a little more, just a touch more radius on it, but not a whole lot more. And it might be flatter as well because, this is a slightly smaller string space. It's 17 and a half, whereas my other basses at 18, at least 18. The 4 strings are going to be 19, but the basses you see in the back there, those are 18. This one is 17 and a half. Trying to remember what chords I played into my looper. Hey folks, how you doing? I'm just getting started here with the live stream. Also warming up myself, getting myself caffeinated for my second coffee of the day. Welcome to the live stream. This is a little nerdy thing that I love doing here every single week, at least twice a week. So if you have any questions about bass playing, please pop it down in the chat. Anything to do with bass playing, gear, techniques, concepts, anything like that. Whatever you want to know, whether it's beginner, advanced, or anything like that, pop it down in the chat. It's nice to see familiar usernames here and also some new cats as well, as always. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so. And for the month of August, during my live streams, you can get 10% off of any of my lessons. So whether it's a one-off lesson with me, or if you join my one-on-one bass coaching and mentoring program, you can get 10% off by using the code LIVE10. All right, and the links are down below in the description box as well. So that's for the month of August during my live streams. If you want to get 10% off, use LIVE10. So Michael's saying, I wonder why more production guitars and basses don't build with those flatter fretboards. Yeah, it's a good question. I think because maybe it's such a niche thing. I don't think every player is into that kind of thing. I think there's this general little curvature to just help. I think it's just kind of what the standard has been. But there are people who will have a flatter radius on the fretboard if they specifically ask for that. I think it was like that with Alan Holdsworth's guitars. He played with like a real flat radius. I'm trying to think of any basses that I've played that has had a flat radius, like completely flat, and I'm not too sure. But Kevin, you're saying one of your students left his single BTB, and the fingerboard is flat. Okay. Oh, the single cut one. Oh, maybe the single cuts might be like that. That's interesting. I know they don't make them anymore. I don't think they do. So that's interesting. Huh. Yeah. Hey, Indeed 317. Nice to see you. Sam McKenzie, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? still warming up. Let me have some more coffee. Oh, we got indeed a cookie back again. Still in search of a swamp. It's been a while. Man, still looking for a swamp. That's crazy. Nice. Indeed was about to pop into the GITR Discord, play for 4 hours. But here, you're here instead. And if you're just joining on, welcome. I'm just, again, just getting myself going here, so I'm glad you could join me. But thank you so much. And let me catch up on the chat here. That's all good, Kevin. I'm glad you could be here. What basses are you playing these days, Kevin? Is it the F basses, right? I remember you were also playing Kiesel at some point, right? Or you were playing both? I can't remember. I've also seen you, on the Planet X. Back in the day, you were playing a 6-string Federa, right? Is that right? The 6-string Federa bass, right? Which is super dope. And just absolutely killing it too, man. Michael Anthony said, because of the radius on a Fender Strat, people criticize not being able to bend a string a whole step without it fretting out, so maybe flat will become common in production models. Yeah, I'm not sure. I also think that might just be up to how well the fingerboard has been, or the frets have been dressed, have been worked on. So I'm not too sure exactly, but it is something that even with a brand new instrument that you buy from a guitar store, you should get the frets done on them professionally. Someone who really knows this stuff, or if you have access to one of those Plek machines where it does it for you, and you can get it does it down to a T. You can definitely do that. And when you get the frets done on the instrument, it makes a huge difference. A huge difference. It really does. It can be the difference between, having an instrument that actually plays nicely and an instrument that plays terribly. You might have, and this is the thing, I have played on super expensive instruments and been like, oh man, the frets are not done on this. Because you can set it up and get the truss rod adjusted really well and have the sounds, but if the frets are not leveled and are not super clean, then that will actually, even just one little, rise in a fret can just affect the whole thing, make something buzz. Even a divot in a fret as well. So if this is something that you've been encountering with one of your basses lately, where you're just oh man, no matter how much I adjust it, I'm still getting this buzz in there, and you're looking at the neck and it's pretty straight, you don't see any warping or anything, then most likely it's probably going to be the frets. If you haven't had the frets done, then that is something to, and don't just give it to any old guitar shop to do it. Make sure you do some research and get recommendations of a really good qualified luthier to do that work for you. And in your bass, when you have someone who knows what they're doing, you get your bass back after having the frets done, man, it will play an absolutely beautiful instrument. It makes a difference. So that's why I recommend this. This could be, if you've been thinking about doing that or wondering that why isn't my bass playing properly, then you might need to get that done. And folks who just been joining on, welcome. Glad you could be here. And just a reminder, for the month of August, during my live streams, you can get 10% off any of my one-on-one lessons by using the code LIVE10. So just have a look in the description box. All the info is there to the links to my stuff. So let me catch up on the chat here. Indeed, so the swamp economy is not looking up. I would like, yeah, keep searching, man. Don't give up. Keep for whatever for that swamp. Keep going, man. Kevin, nice. Yeah, the F bass. I think as long as I've known you, I've always seen you on an F bass and maybe the Kiesel multi-scale. So yeah. JS Govind. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I absolutely love this bass. It's definitely one I've been really enjoying playing it, especially lately. It's been really nice to play. So, and actually, I did have the frets done a few months ago, so the bass is like absolutely playing beautifully. Martin Luthier. Who let the bass on? Oh my god, you cats are hilarious, man. Anthony, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, effects. What effects am I running? Yeah, so here I'll kind of walk through the effects. You can't see them when they're on the ground here, but the effects I'm using. So the first one in my pedal chain. I think we all know what that sound is. So that's an octave pedal, and that's an EBS octabass, and it's one of the earlier generations. I really love this octave pedal because it's really clean. It tracks really nicely as well. And has a beautiful sound. Before this one, I used to use the Bass. I had an OC3. I know the OC2 is the classic one, is the sound. But I had an OC3, which it was cool. For me, I wasn't so much into that kind of the sub bass sound of it. I wanted something a little more natural sounding. So this one actually is really nice, and I don't think it tracks as well as what I have here. And it does get pretty low, which is what I love. So it's a really fast attack as well, and it's great for, like, obviously when playing bass lines and all that, and even soloing as well. Like, soloing with an octave pedal is a lot of fun as well. It's really cool when you can use it in the apex of a solo to kind of just take it up that kind of that next notch, which is really nice. And the reason why I have it first in the pedal chain is because I want the tracking, I want it to be very clean. So in that kind of pedal, being a pitch pedal, it needs to have it needs to have a clean, strong signal in there. So that's why it's always the first the first pedal in the chain, you know. So yeah, this is the EBS octave pedal, which is my favorite. Obviously, you know, there are so many great octave pedals out there. And what's cool is that there is a pedal and a sound that is for everyone. So obviously, yeah, you can find the one that is great for you. I've heard a lot of great cats obviously use like the OC2, and they sound incredible with it. But for me, in terms of the way that I play, this is how it is for me. And then going along after that is my envelope filter, which is also an EBS. And this is the Bass IQ. And what I love about it is that it has this nice, you can select how it sweeps in, how the filter sweeps in. And you can do it where it's like, I have it set to it's kind of slow-ish, so when playing chords, it's really cool. And when playing, I absolutely love how it just kind of, it's almost like a Moog synth, which is what I really love, you know. And the other thing too, and this is a really good trick, if you have a bass that has like an onboard EQ, so like 3-band EQ, you can set the sensitivity on the pedal kind of high, and then use the mid control on your bass to further control the sensitivity of how you play. So if I have it cranked all the way up, then it's going to open up the envelope, you know, more easily. But if I reduce more of the mids, then it's not going to open it up so much. So you can like do some really cool things with that, where you can use that control. And then also the treble will also affect how much it'll affect the opening of the envelope. You know. So if I turn my mids all the way down, it definitely stays more in that low pass kind of territory. Which is what I really like. So it's a really musical pedal that I absolutely love. Going along, so I've got I also have then I put my compressor. That's where I put the compressor, and it's mainly because the octave and the envelope can definitely sometimes clip the signal, especially the envelope. So I use the compressor to kind of just tame the peaks. I have tried putting it way first in the signal chain, but I felt that it wasn't the octave and the envelope wasn't getting the response that I needed. So that's why I've kind of put it over there. After that, I have this Exotic Effects bass BB preamp. Just for, you know, I'm still kind of experimenting with using some like overdrive. I'm still kind of fine-tuning that for how I want that to be. After the overdrive, I've got another EBS pedal. It's a phaser, D phaser, which is a absolutely nice, lush, beautiful pedal. After that is a TC Electronic shaker vibrato, which is also very nice, atmospheric. And then after that, I've got a New Neighbor Immerse reverb pedal. Beautiful pedal. That's pretty much it for the effects, really. That's majority of what I use. Sometimes I might use a Boss DD6 delay in there as well, but right now I've just kind of been rocking this effects setup, so yeah. Let me catch up on the chat here. Oh yeah, with the octave pedal throwing some Tony Levin funk fingers, exactly. You know, it's so cool watching that Rick Beato interview with Tony, and he explains how he came up with the funk fingers, which is so cool. And I had no idea that they were dipped in this like kind of like tool grip handle solution to make it last. And it makes sense because obviously, yeah, strings on wood, yeah, they would chew up the sticks. But it's such a cool sound and like a really cool thing how he just came up with that. So I really love that. Old friend, how you doing, old friend? What is your honest opinion on graphite reinforcement rods and bases? Are you able to actually notice a difference, or is it more just an extra structural thing that is more an indirect benefit? Hey, that's a great question. I think my groove lines I think those are graphite rods. And the six string, it only has one in there. And from what, and the only thing I'll say, I mean, is that I know it's a very solid rod. Take that however way you want to. All right, if you're thinking it that way, I cannot help you. It's pretty solid. And I've traveled all over the world with that bass, and it's always been super solid in different climates and different humidities and all that. And so I haven't had a problem. So I think maybe it's on a structural thing. In terms of tone, I really don't know, to be honest. This bass has two truss rods in it, and they're a little thinner. I wanted to have just the one because obviously it's easier, but they insisted on putting two in this. You know, they're the experts, so I'm going to be like, okay, sure. So really, I'm not too sure exactly. I'm sure that the reason why behind it is got to do with structure, and some people will say it's got, you know, tone as well, because all these things, these little bits, they do affect the instrument in some way. The resonance and all that, and the vibrations, it all does. At the end of the day, when you're in the mix of a band, whether it's on a gig or in a a recording, obviously the listener is not necessarily going to be noticing things like that, but the player will, in terms of how an instrument responds. So when I play this bass, it definitely feels way different to playing this 5-string Ibanez mode bass, which, and the reason it feels different is because this bass over here, I definitely feel the difference in the woods. This is kind of some softer woods, and so it doesn't jump out like this bass does. This is a bass that definitely jumps out really well. This is a very nice, warm, still a very punchy bass. But you can feel in the resonance and the vibrations of the strings acoustically as well that you have to be careful not to over pluck something, because it is going to respond really well, especially when it's plugged in. That's the thing. So it's always a feel thing, I reckon, you know. So yeah, graphite reinforced rods. Yeah, to be honest, I'm really not too sure. So yeah, that's to the best of my knowledge of that. So yeah, slap at the bass. Yeah, that's what we do. You know, which is kind of hard with the octave sometimes. But it's all good. So yeah. JS Govind is saying I place my compressor at the start of the signal because it helps maintain levels when I switch between fingerstyle playing and slap. Yeah, I've heard the same thing too. And I tried it for a while, but it's really because it was again, I wanted to make sure that the envelope and the octave were being processed correctly. That's how that's how I use my compressor pedal in that sense. So that's the thing. Michael Henley saying I've never heard Benjamin use distortion before. I was about to call a priest. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to use a lot of distortion. Oh yeah, that's just mud. I gotta dial it in a little more. I kind of want to have a little. It's almost a little too buzzsaw for me, you know? It's too like... And that's why I like to combine it with like the phaser. Almost gets that like kind of Ernie Isley kind of sound. You know? And maybe a little reverb. But anyway, that's still a work in progress. So yeah. Hey, Brandon Clark. Nice to see you, man. Lemon Lust. How you doing? Do I like multi-scale basses? Yeah, look, I do like them. I don't have any. And I have played some that are really cool. And I'm glad that they exist and that they are something as well, that people enjoy them and find a good use for them. My preference though is something, is the conventional route. And that's just me. I am used to the feel of that. I have spent quite a bit of time with multi-scale instruments. And, I've played, a lot of obviously the Ibanez ones, which are fantastic. I played some great Dingwalls, which were also really great too. I think I like the conventional route, and I can also understand the argument of it. You get like a tighter sounding B string and more evenness or whatever with the string tension. Sure, I can definitely see that, and the science behind it makes sense to me as well. It's just not for me. That's all. But I'm not going to say that I don't like them, because I do. I think they're really cool. It's just not my thing. My hand and muscle memory is definitely more suited to this. And also, again, like I was saying, at the end of the day, if you feel that the player is going to feel the difference of the string tension, for sure. And if you're a player who likes to have it where it's very well balanced and even, yeah, then that might be the instrument for you. But there are some people that like it where it's not perfect like that, and I think I might be one of them. Even though, to me, when I play this bass, it doesn't feel out of balance, and the sound is not out of balance. Like the notes is not out of balance. They're pretty, and it's probably just the way that I've set it up as well to make sure. It's also a combination of your touch, your technique as well to when you're playing notes, to ensure that you get a balanced kind of thing going on. But I think multi-scale are cool. I really do. It's also just shows what I like about it too is it just shows more of the evolution and development of these instruments, of the bass guitar. And there's more options out there. There's more ways that this instrument can be perceived and played as well. So no, I think they're cool. It's just not for me. But I've definitely had fun playing them. But again, at the end of the day, I'd choose something more conventional, So yeah. Data Babble, how you doing? I'm gonna play some more too. I'm gonna play along to some tunes. But I just want to catch up on the chat here. Just say, hey, what's up to everyone tuning in? I'm wearing cons. How you doing? Does your 6 add 2 higher strings compared to a traditional 4? No. So what it does, it's one higher string and one lower string. So obviously a traditional 4 string is going to be E, A, D, G, right? These strings here. 5-string bass is most likely going to be a low B, although some people do like using a high C on there as well. Kevin, I think do you do that on one of your 5 strings maybe? Or am I just making that up? And then the 6th string is high C. Although there are some people who do 2 higher strings. So they, instead of going B, E, A, D, G, C, some people might do E, A, D, G, C, and then F. I've definitely come across that before. great bassist. I think he's in New Orleans. Also an Ibanez bassist. His name is Roland Gurin. He plays his 6-string bass in that tuning. So kind of this almost piccolo-ish bass kind of tuning. From what I've seen, I mean, he's absolute monstrous bassist, like ridiculous. And he also plays BTBs as well. And I mean, he's an Ibanez cat, so he does that. But he, from what I understand, he tunes his bass like that too. So yeah. And Kevin, what you said, the Kiesel has 2 graphite rods, which really help with neck stability. Not sure how much they have effect on the sound. Yeah, no, I figured, yeah. I definitely figured with that. And how would you? So Kevin, you've played. Obviously, pretty high-end basses from throughout your career, from the Federas and the F bass and the Kiesels. What is what is the? I know sometimes it's apples and oranges with instruments, but how would you compare the F bass to the Federa basses? I'm just kind of curious. Just because, and the reason is because, I mean, I've played both basses before. I haven't owned them, but I've tried lots of Federas over the years, and also lots of F basses over the years. And I will say, every time I would go to NAMM show and go to F bass booth, George Ferlinetto is always such a really kind and nice person. And that was always, that was always a really nice thing, when and builds really nice instruments. And of course, Federa, we know about the history behind that. They're not cheap, that's for sure. But I'm just curious what your take is. And by the way, this is Kevin Freebie that I'm talking about, folks. Incredible bassist who's based in San Diego, but has played with a lot of cats. The first time I heard Kevin was with Planet X, so that was with Virgil Donati and was it Tony McAlpine, right? And Derek Sherinian, playing some real crazy heavy like music you need to do your homework for. Which I imagine there was a lot of homework for that band. Do your homework, folks. So yeah. Matt 1703, just got my first 6-string. What should I work on? Nice. Well, first of all, congratulations, Matt, on your first 6-string. Welcome to the world of 6-string. I think, what you should work on, first of all, is... All right, 2 things. I think, obviously, you want to get used to this high C string, right? So getting familiar with the notes, all right? And the geography of where your hand moves with it, And just knowing that stuff that you might have been playing up here, which you can now do in this position. So just know that the shapes of what you've been playing, obviously, can translate down here, right? The other thing I would work on is playing tunes that you already know on this new instrument, right? Because that's another great way of getting used to a new instrument, is playing the tunes that you already know how to play. That's a good way because you find out the way that it feels and just the things that it enables you to do. or things that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so when I play this or whatever, then I have to make sure that I'm not accidentally playing this string instead of that one. So that would be something to work on for sure, is just playing what you already know on the instrument. And then it's a matter of just like how you want to use the sixth string, right? Just because you have the sixth string and you got all these strings doesn't mean you need to use all the strings all the time, you know? There's been gigs that I've played where I've played the sixth string and I haven't used the high C. You know, yeah, I'm going to tune up the whole instrument, right? But and the reason is because maybe I was playing on a gig where I was just, you know, I'm just playing time, right? And some might say, well, you know, why don't you just play your 4-string or your 5-string for that? Well, because I didn't want to, because first of all, I love the sound of my bass. There's a 6-string, and in most cases, you know, before I had this bass, it was the Groove Line 6-string back there. And I'm used to the feel of it, and I'm just used to that bass, you know? So just because you have the 6-string doesn't mean you have to use, on a gig, you have to use all the notes. And it's not a waste of money. It's not a waste of like, oh, well, you know, it's like, no, it's a tool. And if you have access to that if you need it. It's just like with a piano player who might be playing an 88 key grand piano. They're not going to be playing all 88 keys. They might just be doing a gig or a session or whatever where they're just literally playing in like the middle 2 or 3 octaves. They're just playing there. And that's it. So that's how I also like to look at the 6th string, is that I like to play the 6th string as if I'm playing a 4-string or a 5-string. I definitely like to do that as well. So that's and it's a cool thing to do. Whenever I play, I'll give you an example. Whenever I play weather report tunes, I barely use the C string. I really do. It's like, for example, if I'm playing like Havana, like I'm gonna play it the same way that I would play it on a 4-string bass, including the. And why? It's not a flex. It's a sound thing. It's a tonal thing. I like the way that it sounds if it was played on a 4-string. When you play it in the 6-string position, sure, is it easier? Because, yeah, you don't have to do that big jump. But I don't like the sound of it. I don't like the sound of how it is with that C string. So the reason why I will not use the C string for certain things is because for tonal reasons. That's why. So that's the cool thing about a 6 string or a 5 and a 6 string, is that you have these different options to play things in a different position on the neck because of tonal reasons. When you have a low B string, playing like a, you know, like these notes here, like A all the way down to E, I also like playing them here. Why? Because it's a different tone. It's a fatter tone as well. It doesn't have the nice ring of this, but that's okay because sometimes you just have to have that nice fat sound in that register. So that's another reason why I'll play using that range right there. And this is all part of like getting to know the notes on the fingerboard. It's really important because it's not just about the ease of playing certain things. It's also like, what's gonna give you the best tone, or the tone that you're looking for that is going to fit nicely in the tune. That's another thing you have to consider as well. Another example, if I was to play Stevie Wonder's "I Wish," and for this demo purpose, it's usually an E flat, but I'm gonna play it in D. So usually, in majority of basses that I've encountered, we play it. We play it in this closed position. I have come across one bass player who played it in this position. And the reason why they were playing it like that is because they were mainly an upright bassist, but they were playing on electric. And I asked them, I was like, just out of curiosity, when you were playing "I Wish," I noticed you were playing it using the open strings. They're like, oh yeah, because that's how I would do it on upright bass. Which makes sense, because I would probably do the same thing as well if I was playing it on upright bass. But on electric, and they figured, I'm just doing it the easiest way that I can do it. So that was a reason why someone would do that. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but for me, if I was to choose, it would be where you have to do a little more work, but that's where the sound is, in terms of like how it fits into the tune, which is it's real interesting, this kind of stuff, right? At least for me. Coffee's kicking in. Let's see. JS Govind. Oh, so yeah, Kevin. So Federa's, but the F basses feel like home. Yeah, I figure, man. I mean, you make those basses sing, man. I mean, you make any bass sing for sure, but definitely the F bass. I can definitely tell that you have your thing going on, on the fretless and the fretted basses and all that, which is really cool, man. Super dope. JS Govan, do you have stock pickups or have you changed them on the space? No, so this bass, this is a custom bass, right? This is custom made for me by Ibanez in Los Angeles. And so the pickups in here, I asked for their Sonic Arch cap pickups, which are the same pickups that are in the groove lines. And then I wanted to have this big P bass pickup in here, and at the time the only one that was available that was stock that you could get was Aguilar. I know Kerry Nordstrand had some available, but at that time they weren't. So this was the easiest solution, was to get this big thing in here. And it's cool, just for it's not in the P bass position, so it doesn't have that P bass sound. Definitely not a P bass. It almost is kind of almost like Rickenbacker, Music Man-ish kind of vibe, which is interesting. So that definitely does not sound like a P bass at all, right? But it's a really nice tone for like playing chords. Playing solos, But yeah, Right? It definitely has a Stingray kind of vibe, though, right? Yeah. Definitely in the higher strings, it sounds like the Stingray, but in the lower strings, not necessarily, because this side of the pickup is going to be a little closer, so it changes the tone a bit. And then I can blend it in with either of these pickups. So just with the bridge pickup, now it definitely gets a little more music, like, you know, Louis Johnson, you know. And then if I was to just do it with the neck pickup, which definitely starts to sound more P-bass. And if I do all the pickups, it definitely is gonna sound more like, you know, these two pickups here, because these are louder than this pickup. So because if I was to take out the middle pickup, it's only a very subtle difference. I think that, you know, when you take out the middle pickup, it definitely sounds fatter. Like a fatter jazz bass. This one definitely just kind of it almost in a way just adds a bump of like lower mids, but kind of rolls off the low end a little bit. So yeah, it's not a whole lot different of a difference. I'm gonna play some music. I've been talking for a while, but folks, I'm glad you could be here. We've been having some fun chats already, nerdy bass chats, which is what I love to do. Which is absolutely what I love to do here, and this is one of the reasons why I do this, live stream. Let's see what I might play along with. Let's see. I'm like now kind of Louis Johnson-ish kind of mood. Maybe I should play, I don't know, let's see. Or that kind of thing, let's see. That's like sometimes the hardest part is like, what do I want to play? I haven't played this tune in a long time. And it might be cool to use this tone. Might be cool. Hey, Milan, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's try this, all right? This is a tune by a band called Change, which is a band that Luther Vandross used to be in the late 70s, early 80s. Disco funk band. It's a fun tune. Paradise. I haven't played this in a minute. Might be fun to kind of revisit this. Let's have a go. Oh man, it's kind of because of the tighter string spacing on this bass. It's a little difficult to do a lot of the thumping kind of stuff, but it's a great challenge though. With that to do so. Oh, it's such a fun tune, man. Such a really fun tune. Great tune. Really nice changes, right? Especially when it goes to that chorus. Such a beautiful tune. Oh, that's cool, Milan. You got the AG preamp pedal. Nice. I hear those. I hear those are really cool. So yeah, you'll have to show me in your next lesson, man. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on that and with your Spectre. And folks, I just want to remind you, so for the month of August, during my live streams, you can get 10% off any of my one-on-one lessons. So if you want to just take a one-off lesson with me, or if you sign up for one of my bass coaching and mentoring programs, you can get 10% off. And just use the code LIVE10 at checkout. And the links are down below in the description box. And that's during the live streams. If you want to get 10% off, that's your time to go and sign up for any of those. I'm going to play some more music here because music is fun. We love music. And it's one of the reasons why I play this instrument is because I love music. I love music. What do I play? What do I want to play? So we played some funk. Play some disco funk. Maybe I'll play something totally opposite to that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, maybe I might play this tune. This is a really cool tune. Hey, Gil, how you doing? Nice to see you. Michael Anthony. Oh man, I love you. I love your energy and enthusiasm, man. I appreciate it. You're never late, Gil. Don't worry. Who played bass on that? That's a great question. So Change, it was a band that was, I believe that they were based in Italy, but they used American and British musicians. Although the bassist I know is, I forgot his name. I gotta look it up shortly. Once I find the chart for this tune that I'm gonna play next. It's is an Italian dude that played bass on that. Played a P bass with a flanger. I was using it with a phaser because I don't have a flanger. I'll look it up real quick. All right, so Change Paradise, and the tune is called Paradise. Let me see. It'll say here. David Romani, that's his name, and he was one of the songwriters of the tune. Yeah, David Romani, and they recorded. Yeah, they recorded that in 2 studios, so in Bologna and also in New York as well. So that's 1981. So David Romani is a bassist on that. Sounds great, Now I'm going to play something totally different. I'm going to play a tune by a wonderful singer who lives in New York. Her name is Sarah Elizabeth Charles, and I've had the pleasure of playing with her a number of times. Actually, Kevin, if you're still here, Kevin Freebie, who's I know is based in San Diego. The first gig I did with Sarah was down in San Diego, and we actually, believe it or not, we played at a jet ski rental shop because it was a jet ski rental place during the day, and then at night it would convert into like a jazz club. So I remember when I showed up there, when the band showed up there, we're just like, wait, what? And you see a dude like moving jet skis out of the way, and then he's setting up lights and like a little stage and like a sound system. We're like, oh, okay. And there's a piano there and all that. It was hilarious. Definitely quite a memorable experience and show. And then, once we packed up, he'd moving the jet skis back and all that, and you wouldn't have known that there was like a jazz group, musicians from New York who played there that night. It was hilarious, man. I've done fun gigs like that. I've even done one, I remember in Palm Springs playing with trumpet player Curtis Taylor. We played in a golf shop. That was one where at night they have a space in the store that they set up to play. I'll just charge this real quick. All right, there we go. That they set up and for a band to play, and it's just like, man, that's like, so I've played some pretty fun stuff, and they've always been like really fun gigs. It's just in an interesting environment, which is hilarious. Anyway, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Guild is always there's always a way to put jazz in it. Exactly. And thank you, Milan. Man, I'm so, first of all, I'm so excited about your, the stuff that we're working on together. And Milan is one of my students in my coaching program, and so is Michael. Michael just joined as well, which is really cool. And we've got we're yet to do our very first session, so go and book that in, Michael. So I'm excited about that. He's saying, play Durf Reclaw by Dwight Tribal of the Ancient Future album. Oh man, you know what? I'll have to learn that one, Michael. Maybe I can get it ready for next week. How about that? Yeah, Andrew Goucher played bass. Yeah, on that, nice. No, of course. So that I definitely have to learn it, right? I'll check it out for sure. And Kevin is saying, I don't want to cause any problems, but I have to ask, where's the quilter? That amp sounded so good. No, look, that's a great question. And I do have the quilter here, and it's really great. Right now, I've really been connecting with the Aguilar. And it was nice to check out something different, just to try something new, and try that out for a while. And then when I when I just was playing in the Aguilar, plugging in the Aguilar, I was like, oh man, it really it feels like home. It's familiar because I've been playing Aguilar for using Aguilar for a long time. And so that was something where I was like, yeah, this is my sound. And also with this AG 700, which is like super fast, clear, articulate kind of sound, powerful. That's where it's been. But the quilter is also a beautiful sound. Definitely more on the side of if you want to get that kind of SVT type of sound, which for me is not really my thing, but it does have a really nice clean option on it where it's very powerful. But definitely my sound for sure, and that is my thing, is definitely the Aguilar. And the AccuGroove cabinet, yeah, this is a pretty dynamite combination right here. The AccuGroove is is a real beautiful cabinet. This is one of my favorite cabinets ever. And this has played so many gigs. It's been just an absolute workhorse. So it's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, Kevin. Of course, you've played there, haven't you? What's it called? Was it called Dizzies or something? Right? Oh man! All right, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a tune, and this is what we played at the jet ski rental shop as well, which is pretty funny. All right. So this is Bells by Sarah Elizabeth Charles. That's such a fun too, man. I just love how you could just get real like loose with it. So on that gig, I'm trying to remember. I know it was Jemiah Williams playing drums, and I think Jesse Elder was playing keys, the same keyboard player on the recording, and Sarah was singing, and Curtis Taylor, I think he sat in on a few tunes actually, which was really cool. But yeah, no, Sarah is incredible. I got to play with her a number of times whenever she would come through LA. She'd call me up, be like, "Hey, I'm gonna play the Blue Whale. Are you down to play?" Be like, "Yes." She was always so awesome, just absolutely phenomenal musician. So I absolutely just love that. Hey man, Kevin, dude, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, man. Busy man. He's gonna go play his first set. What do you know? Just hanging out, playing, checking out the live stream, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna go play a gig now. Thanks so much, man. Good to see you, bro. Gil, yeah, totally fit a jet ski rental shop. Yeah, right. It's so funny. What else am I gonna play? What else am I gonna play? Let's see. Oh, let's play. Speaking of like nice singers that I've enjoyed playing with, here's another one who she lives in LA. She's originally from LA and is actually back in LA now. But at the time, she was living in New York, and this is definitely was one of my favorite recordings, one of my favorite albums that I've played on and recorded on. So this is Lauren Desberg, and her album called Out for Delivery, which we did almost 10 years ago now, actually. It was definitely one of my favorite recordings that I've ever been on, which is really nice. For a number of reasons. It was really, I love the music she writes. Also, the personnel when we were recording. So it was myself, Jonathan Barber was on drums, Chris Bowers was playing keys, and then she added in Andrew Renfro on guitar, and also Braxton Cook on saxophone. And there's a few tracks where it's upright bass, and that's Russell Hall playing, which is dope. He's incredible. And also we got to have a say in terms of like the arrangements of the tunes as well, which is really nice. She was really open to a lot of suggestions and really wanted us to just do our thing. And it came out really nice. So I'm going to play a tune from that, a tune called Falling Dominoes. So...
planned out life, no fear, no doubt, till everything I thought I figured out comes crashing down without a sound, struggling to see the light, the end of the tunnel, nowhere in sight. The voice inside said we can make it easy if we try to see we're right where we belong. The world will keep on spinning, and I will keep on singing, 'cause I just can't stop. I'm not trying to spend my time watching the falling dominoes. Believing is just a state of mind. You'll find a way to smile tomorrow, so don't waste your time untangling what's unwise. The future is alive tomorrow.
It was a cute little song. Um, which is just and what's cool is she she encouraged me to use more of like the bass chords in there because she really um especially for what I play, I love playing obviously bass chords and all that, but she really wanted to have that sound in there. And so she said, if there's some parts in the tunes that you can do that, please put it in, which was really cool. So I really enjoyed doing that. But again, if you want to check that out, it's called Out for Delivery. That's the name of the album. So yeah, love that. Being a part of that, it was just a total honor. So yeah. Hey, how you doing, Omar? Thank you so much. And do I enjoy playing other types of music besides jazz, fusion, and that sort of thing? How about some heavy metal or progressive rock? Yeah, look, I will say that the times that I've had an opportunity to play that music, which is every once in a while, and probably more so when I'm doing like session work or whatever, like if someone sends me a track, or whenever I would go and do session work when I was living in LA, I would have to play different types of music. I haven't played a whole lot of heavy metal or progressive rock. I do enjoy it though. I love listening to it. I love watching bands playing that. Because musically there's a lot of interesting things going on as well. So I do, but if I do get the chance to do something like that, then I'll give it a go. But definitely, jazz, the jazz idiom of things, R&B, funk, is definitely my main focus, right? But it has enabled me to be able to be open to the more heavier side of things, which is really cool. To be open to and even being able to understand musically what's going on in heavy metal and progressive rock, and to enjoy it as well. And I love bands like Tool and Dream Theater, Meshuggah. Like I love listening to that because it's also amazing with the stuff that they have to play. And it's some hard stuff. I'm just like, I'm like, do your thing, It really is. So, whenever I get to play, I think music that is honest and the people are really in it and honest about it, about what they're playing, I enjoy it, and I get to be a part of it. I definitely enjoy it. I'll definitely say, I'm not really the biggest, fan of like something like smooth jazz. It's not my like forte or the thing, but I have played quite a few smooth jazz gigs, and I've actually enjoyed them because the people who were there and the band leader, they made it a great experience. Them as people, but also just they're on stage, they're playing their hearts out, and so are the other musicians. And while it's not necessarily the music that I'm going to be listening to that necessarily, I have had a good time doing it. And even the same thing with a lot of Broadway gigs. I definitely love some musicals and Broadway shows and all that. It's not music that I am listening to all the time or am playing, but I have done a lot of those types of gigs that I've really enjoyed it because the actors and the musicians are like spot on, and it was just like, wow, that was really cool. So it's it to me, it doesn't matter what type of music it is, as long as the people who are a part of it are putting their heart and soul into it, and honesty, they're playing it legit. That's what matters to me. And that was something that I'll admit, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and teenage years, I was definitely a little more snobby about certain styles of music. But as I've grown as a musician, I've been more open and receptive to a lot more things as well. So that's and that's something that has helped me become a better musician as well. Something that has helped me appreciate more about music and about the journey and stories that people are expressing in their art. Even like real out there kind of avant-garde music as well, which I've also played quite a bit of, like free jazz and all that stuff, like even just experimental noise music. I've done a few of those as well, where it's been like, yeah, sure, is this crazy and does it feel, but it's actually like when the people are doing it for real, it makes a difference. What else am I gonna play? Let's find like a fusiony kind of tune. Let's see. It's weird. I knew everything when I was a teenager. Didn't we all, right? What happened? Oh, it's so funny. What happened? We were invincible when we were teenagers. What happened? Things changed, huh? It's funny how that happens. Let's see. This is me scrolling, trying to find a tune. What is this? Maybe not that one. Oh. I did want to actually, I did this a long time ago. Because there is a gig coming up soon where we're playing the music of Janet Jackson. So, 2 months ago we did a gig where we played the music of Michael Jackson, but now we get to play the music of his sister, which is incredible. But this is a song that's actually not on the gig, but I'm going to try and do it with my looper, because Stanley Clarke did a really cool version of it back in the 80s on his album, If This Bass Could Only Talk. So. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for hanging out, man. And I look forward to meeting you. All right, on your first session. Yeah, schedule that in, man, and we'll get going. Looking forward to it. Something like that. Trying to, I know there's something around the bridge. It was like, down, 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 down. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Something like that. So that's a tune called Funny How Time Flies When You're Having Fun. And yeah, Stanley did a really cool version, played beautiful solos on it. He had Freddie Hubbard play a ridiculous solo on it as well, playing flugelhorn. It was just like, what? It's one of my favorite, I mean, as 80s as it is, it was late 80s, called If Only the, it's called If Only This Bass Could Talk. That's what it is. That's what the album is called. And it's some really incredible playing and incredible musicians on there. I mean, the collaborations on that record is amazing. From bass duets with bass and tap dancing duets with Gregory Hines. He has Wayne Shorter on a tune or two, George Duke and all that, as well as Alan Holdsworth and Stuart Copeland are on a tune. I mean, that was the first time I ever heard Alan Holdsworth, and I was like, what is that and who is that? That was definitely something that was like, man, that was definitely life-changing for sure. And Stanley's playing some ridiculous stuff as well, which I absolutely love. Omar's saying, I want a bass like that. Can anyone access the Ibanez custom shop, or is it only for endorsed? Yeah, so it's unfortunately it's not open to the public. It's only accessible for endorsed artists, but in that case, also not all endorsed artists are able to get a custom instrument through there. It's definitely certain special circumstances. That's why it's such an honor to have been able to have this instrument through the Ibanez custom shop, and this was the LA custom shop. And with their skilled luthiers making this instrument, the same luthiers that make guitars for Steve Vai and Joe Satriani, the same cats who made Thundercats basses, they made this bass as well, which is really cool. Hey, I'm going to play a Jaco tune, but I'm going to play the big band version of it, because why not? Since we're going in all kinds of different directions. But I need to take off that sound. And I will tell you, with this bass, I've had it for 4 years now, and it's definitely taken some time for the bass itself to settle and also get used to the way that I play it. I've also had to do some adjustments on it to get it to play the way that and feel the way I want it to. Right now, how it's playing and feeling is I'm pretty set. That might change in the future. I'm not sure. But the way that it is how I like it, and I've been the most comfortable on this instrument lately, and which is why I've been playing it a lot. I also want to just kind of, when you play an instrument, especially a new instrument, it's good to play it in, and it just further starts to open up in terms of the instrument itself. So it's just sounding better and better. But definitely from the get-go, I mean, it's an incredible instrument. They did an incredible job on it. But it's nice to kind of keep it open. I'm going to play Used to Be a Cha-Cha. That's a fun tune, man. Used to be a cha-cha, and the big band version of it is so cool. You know, I really do enjoy playing, big band. Especially like modern arrangements of like big band stuff. It's a lot of fun, and then that came from playing in Monkestra. We would do some really cool arrangements that John Beasley did, and they would be fun and challenging, and also it's really great, to especially when blending in with a large ensemble like that. It really is. It's good. It's a good skill to be listening to. How like the harmonies of the horns and all that, how they blends together, and how also not to overpower everything, and also the collective thing of everyone playing in terms of the time. Sometimes you get, and this is the thing with Beasley, is that there would be some passages in the music where he would conduct where it needed to be, but in terms of like then, where the band, especially the rhythm section, when we're swinging, when we're playing, he would let us do the thing, and he would just cue in whenever certain horns need to play or whatever. But he's not conducting the whole thing the whole time. It's the band. With the rhythm section, we're keeping the time in that sense. And if he wanted us to, there were actually parts of a tune where we would have to kind of speed up and slow down as well. So he would kind of just push us to where that tempo should be, and then bring us back down to where it needed to be as well, which was always really cool, which I really enjoyed. Let's play another one that's kind of big band-ish. Let's play Elegant People. I love this version of it. Great Wayne Shorter tune. All right. That's a workout. Elegant people. That is a workout indeed, man. You know? It really is. And just the energy, you know, playing in a big band too. It's just so much fun. We got to do this one. I think you cats will know this one. Same big band. Oh, we got to do it. Wow, that's a wild arrangement of that one, right? Havona. And the original bassist on that track, that one in particular, that arrangement is Jimmy Haslip. He plays a just ridiculous solo on that and just plays the whole thing. He just shreds. Jimmy is one of my favorite bassists and one of the reasons why I play the 6-string bass as well. I was actually checking out that album, which was Word of Mouth Revisited, Jocko Big Band. That was the first time I heard Jimmy play. I was like, oh man, who's this cat? And then, I saw a picture of him and I'm like, oh, he's left-handed and he plays with the strings upside down as well and he's playing all that like that. I was like, this dude is ridiculous. And that's how I got into Yellow Jackets, and I'm also a huge Yellow Jackets fan as well. So yeah. Folks, I'm almost done here actually. I've been going on for over 2 hours now, so I've got to wrap it up soon. Maybe I'll play one more tune just for kicks, since I'm still kind of in the vibe. But again, thank you so much for hanging out. This has been really cool. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel here, as well as for the month of August during the live streams, you can get 10% off of my one-on-one lessons. So whether it's just a one-off, what I call straight to the point lesson, or if you sign up for one of the bass coaching and mentoring programs, you can get 10% off by using the code LIVE10 at checkout. The links are down below in the description box. So if you want to sign up for those and get a discount, you can do so. Now's the time to go and do that. And I appreciate the kind comments from you folks. Thank you so much. And I have to go on Twitch. I always thought Twitch was for like video games, you know. But I mean, look, I'll check it out. You know, I'll check it out. So you know, I'm totally open. I mean, I do the live here on YouTube because I mean I'm familiar with YouTube, and also it's just the way that I've got things set up. So I'll have to research Twitch. Someone has also mentioned what's a Discord as well. So these are the options to kind of to look into as well. So I thank you for the suggestions. I'm gonna play one more tune, and then I'm gonna call it. What should I play? What's it called? Travel. And there's so there's a lot of musicians on Twitch as well. Look, I'll check it out. You know. Thank you for the suggestions, and we'll see. Maybe there might be a Twitch live stream in the future. We'll see. So I can't guarantee anything, but you know, I always like to kind of just research and just check out the things for myself, and see what it's all about. So, all right, I'm gonna play a tune called "Travel Bug" by a band called Void. And speaking of Yellow Jackets, the current bassist in the Yellow Jackets, his name's Dane Alderson, who's a good friend of mine and one of my also just absolutely favorite bassists. He's the current bassist, and this is a tune from a band, from one of his bands, like 20 years ago, called Void. So this is called Travel Bug. It's definitely got a Headhunters, Herbie kind of vibe to it. So here we go. And I guess this is the live version. Jay Rabbit, there's Dane Alderson at the end there. Young Dane. All right, folks, that's it for me today, tonight, this morning, this lunchtime, whatever the time is for you, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for hanging out. This has been absolutely just a joy as always. Just hanging out with you all. Great to see familiar usernames. Nice to see some new people as well. I appreciate it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to get 10% off any of my lessons, use Live 10 in the checkout. The links are down below to all my bass resources, and that 10% gives you a discount for any of my one-on-one lessons. So whether it's just a one-off lesson, or if you join one of the bass coaching and mentoring programs. So make sure you make use of that. Thank you so much. You cats rock. I absolutely just love nerding out about bass, just bass here. And whatever I can do to help you with your bass journey. This is why I do Bass with Benjamin. This is why I set this up. This is why I do the live streams, why I have the courses and the coaching programs and everything. Because we have, passionate bass players in the world. We can have some really great music and music scenes across the world. So this is why I do this. And you cats are just absolutely phenomenal. So take care. Be safe out there. Play the music you love to play. Play the music that gives you joy. Listen to the music you want to listen to. Play with musicians that also give you joy and allow you to be you on your instrument. All right? And really express yourself and have fun. All right? So thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of the week and the weekend that's coming. And I'll see you again next week. All right? Thank you, folks. See you next time, folks.